I used to think life was full when it was loud, moving fast, never stopping, always chasing the next thing. Until I realized it was never fullness I was living. It was noise. And then the quiet found me, and everything changed. I didn't expect this life, but now I can't imagine another. The morning starts quietly here in the olive grove. The air feels soft, the lights still shy and golden. And the men begin laying the nets beneath the trees. There's something sacred about these moments, this calm, steady rhythm that has a purpose of its own. And watching them, I'm reminded that every story begins with a seed. For me, it began with a dream. Small, fragile, and deeply personal. A dream of living off-grid in Spain, surrounded by nature, where life could slow down, where peace could take root, and where I could finally breathe again. At the time, it was just my dream. I didn't know what it would look like or how long it would take, only that something inside me longed for a place to rest. And maybe to begin again. But life rarely follows the path we imagine. The road to this grove wasn't quick or easy. It took 10 years of wishing, waiting, and walking through doors that closed as quickly as they opened. There were plans that didn't work out, seasons that felt endless, and moments when I wondered if I had misunderstood the dream completely. But those years also held light, unexpected blessings, help from lovely people who crossed my path exactly when I needed them most. Small miracles, quiet encouragements, moments of grace reminding me that I wasn't walking alone. Looking back now, I can see how every delay had purpose. At the time, I called them setbacks, but now I know they were preparation, times when God was quietly working the soul of my life, teaching me to trust what I couldn't yet see. When the dream took longer than I expected, He was teaching patience. When doors closed, He was redirecting. When I felt lost, He was guiding me home. Because He never said no, He just said, "Not yet." I see the story differently now. What started as my dream became our dream. It grew to include my family, a shared purpose, a shared life. That was the part I never imagined at the beginning. The dream didn't just come true, it multiplied. And the olive trees, they chose me. Only now do I understand that this too was part of God's plan all along. As we gather around this table here in the heart of the grove, surrounded by simple food and good company, I feel deeply grateful. This place wasn't exactly what I dreamed of, but it's become so much more than I expected. Not just a home, but a place that's bearing fruit in ways I never imagined. Starting a small olive oil business was never part of the plan, but here we are, trusting God with whatever it becomes. And this grove, it's become more than just land. It has opened my heart, and it's invited me to share, not just the oil we press, but the spiritual journey with anyone who feels drawn to walk alongside. So today I give thanks for the harvest, for the people gathered here, and for the chance to share not just what we produce, but what we are learning along the way. There's a verse that says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find." Matthew 7:7. It doesn't promise it will come quickly, only that it will come. And maybe the beauty of faith is learning to trust the timing more than the plan. As the day slows and the sun softens over the grove, I look at these trees that were once a dream. And I see proof that God remembers every seed we plant in faith, even the ones that take years to bloom. If you're in a season of waiting, if your dream feels buried, forgotten, or too far away, hold on. Keep tending the soil, keep believing that what feels like delay might be direction. Because sometimes the dream you planted years ago is still quietly growing. And one day, when the time is right, you will find yourself standing right in the middle of what you once prayed for. This growth reminds me that nothing planted in faith is ever lost, and every not yet can still become a yes in its own season. So plant the seed, keep watering it with hope, and when the harvest comes, you will see it was all worth the wait.